Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Idhananda bhikkhu aranyagato va rukkhamulagato va sunyāgāragato va nisidati pallankang bhujitva ujunkāyang panidāya parimukhang sating upaṭṭhapetvā so satova assa sati sato passa sati iti. Another full moon poetry. We all are meeting again to practice the noble path, to understand the noble truth. As we explained last time, I did one discourse about metta bhavana. This time we are going to discuss about another kind of a practical way of controlling and taming your mind. So that's what the poetry is for us to practice this in a very proper way to get the benefits of this noble doctrine. Supreme Buddha even wanted us to practice this because we are not paying attention on our mind, we are paying attention on the other things around us. We look things, we hear things, we taste, we touch, but when we pay attention on our mind is not tamed, we are not observing enough. To observe the mind, you have to tame your mind. To observe the mind, you have to practice this. That's what this meditation is for. And so at the end, you have the cessation, liberation, and destroying all these impurities. That happens automatically. But if anybody is planning to be stream entry, a person who has sotapanna, it is not practical. You have to practice to eradicate your impurities, then automatically you come across this path, automatically it happens. In one time, Supreme Buddha explained about this one of the special type of meditations. One is developed, practiced, cultivated. Four are produced, you will come across. When this 4 is fully cultivated, you come across 7, and when 7 is cultivated and improved, you will come across 2 of these things. What is the first one? It is Annapurna meditation or else breathing exercise. When you pay attention or the awareness of inhale and exhale, it develops Sattara Satipatthana, Kāyanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana and Dhammanupassana. When this is happening continuously with Vipassana, it produces, cultivates Sattabojjhanga. When Sattabojjhanga is developed in your mind, you are going to the liberation. Vidya Vimukti, Vidya means the wisdom, Vimukti means the liberation, cessation. And also I must explain, as we explained last time, metta meditation or meditation of loving friendliness, loving kindness, you can practice in different postures, different angles, different likewise, like while you are walking, while you are sitting, lying down, sleeping and standing. But in this meditation method, awareness of respiration, you have to sit definitely, that is compulsory. Otherwise, while walking, while standing, it is not that much practical and you do not get 100% benefits. While doing different things, you cannot observe respiration. So in a very peaceful, calm place, you have to find Aranyagatawa, Rukkhamulagatawa, Sunyāgāragatawa. This kind of a calm and quiet place you have to sit properly. I recommend for a beginner to go inside a room, sunyagara, because when you observe the respiration, outside breeze, the wind will disturb you. I'll explain in the future in this discussion. Because of that, you have to find a proper place, covered area. Without fans, it will be more practical if you do not switch on the fans if you have. Outside the breeze, wind will disturb you definitely to observe the breath which is coming through these nostrils. And have to keep your body straight. Ujjunkāyaṃ panidāya, parimukhaṃ satim upaṭṭhapeṭṭva. When you sit and keep quiet and pay complete attention on your own body, there are differences, changes, subtle movements when you are not moving your muscles, but though your body is having different changes, movements. When you pay attention to that movement, you will feel the pulses of the heart. Inhale, exhale, your chest come forward and back, and the air goes through your nose and come out. You don't want to stop that. You cannot stop it naturally. Though you do not move any arm, your legs still sitting down, but these natural systems are working continuously, especially your heart is beating continuously. Then we pay attention to our breath, then you will feel the air goes in and out. This is what we are going to do. But when we observe this breath, you should not take inhale and exhale by force. You won't let it happen. Naturally the air goes in and out. We do not force to take the breath in and out like breathing exercise and pranayama in India. India is a very big country which is having a lot of cultures, religions. In those religions and those cultures, there are different types of practices in breathing exercise. You close one of the nostrils and take the breath from one, and you close one nostril and take the breath from another one, likewise. But in this meditation method, you do not force any kind of a force to the breath. You just observe what is happening. This is for the beginners. I am explaining this meditation method. When you sit and observe these things, your mind is not actually practiced to observe the breath, then mind wanders away. Where does your mind go? We'll pay attention to that. Now when you keep your eyes closed and observe something, automatically you will remember something happened past, any activity. Where you went somewhere, you read a book, or somebody you met, you will remember those things. Then that means our mind likes to go to the past and remind all these things what happened. And suddenly you will feel that your mind is going to the future. Future means not happened yet, but you are planning something which is not happened. Your mind prefers to go to the future and observe that and plan things. Even when you do different things like washing your face, brushing your teeth, these activities also, you are not paying attention to the activity, but you are planning the day, planning the future. It happens. But here we have to keep our mind in the present situation, not the past, not the future. Then the best object is respiration. And also, when we talk about the impurities, the mind prefers to think about the things you love, things you prefer, things you really like to see, taste, hear, the songs and the pictures or the person you like. Then your mind wanders to those craving objects, songs, to listen. You remember different things you like, That is craving, that is love, that is attraction, attachments. This is not our object. Our objective is observing the breath, and breath is not giving you craving. It never develop craving in your mind. It is a very balanced equanimity is there when you observe breath. And also the mind prefers to go to like anger, hatred, jealousy, those kind of difficult and different types of feelings. And mind is, usually the mind doesn't appreciate anger, it doesn't like, you don't want to stay with anger always, but naturally it happens when something recall, something comes to your mind, automatically the mind becomes impure and start anger, aversion. Then the respiration is a very good object for you to keep your mind without anger also, because you do not love your breath, you do not angry with your breath. Oh, I love my breath, I want to breathe, I want to have some more air. You don't have that kind of a feeling in you. And also the mind, the breath is not making you angry with, I don't like to breathe, I don't want to have inhale and exhale. So you don't have that kind of a feeling about inhale and exhale, the breathing. Then the mind is a very good object for you to observe without going to the past and without going to the future, without remembering the past and not planning the future. It is just present situation. You are not, your breath is not yesterday, your breath is not tomorrow, that is just now you observe. Very good target, you have the target like this when you practice meditation. And also you do not have, you don't love your breath and you don't hate your breath, so it is continuing your mind in an equanimity, a balanced mind continuously without craving and aversion. See, Supreme Buddha gave us a very nice meditation method, and you do not want to spend at least a cent, a 1 rupee to have anything to start this. You just have to sit down and find your time to practice meditation. Not like metta or loving friendliness, only the thing you have to sit down, you cannot walk, you cannot stand and do this very nicely, very appropriate way. Have to sit down. When you are sitting also, you have to think about the posture you are sitting. Usually we have seen most of the beginners, meditators, they tilt their body to one side and keep the elbow on the arm, on the leg. Then they don't know, but automatically the spinal cord is tilted into one side. That is, it makes back pains for after long practices. When you practice meditation or sitting like this for a long time, I mean months and years, it will cause spinal cord disabilities and problems. So you have to make sure you are sitting very straight, your spinal cord is very straight without tilting to the left side or right side. And also we have observed some of the meditators, beginners, they arch their back forward, they don't know their back is so much bent, and keeping the head straight but the body is tilted, arch. Then that also not balancing your body nicely and may cause lot of back pains in the future. So you have ujung kayang panidaya. That's why Supreme Buddha asked us to keep our body straight. The upper body must be nicely straight. It doesn't matter whether you do not, you can't sit as pallankang abhujitva, just like the way we sit for meditation, the monks. If you are unable to sit like that, find a better chair. You can keep your feet down, not very tall chair, shorter one, and keep your body straight. And also very important, if you do not need support your back, do not use this part behind you. You do not keep your back with the support. without support you keep your back straight. Otherwise you will feel drowsy. When you feel sleepy, you don't know with that during the meditation you will sleep. Automatically it happens, we know that. So without supporting your back, keep the body straight. It will help you for a long practice. Because this meditation method, when we compare to metta, loving friendliness, loving kindness, and buddhanussati like meditation, the little advanced, and it is very difficult to keep our mind in one object like this. In metta meditation you change the object. Mamang apadako hinsi, mamang hinsi dipadako, mamang chatupado hinsi, mamang hinsi bahupado. The animals and the beings, those who are not having legs, those who are having 2 legs, 4 legs, and many legs. Likewise, you change your object. You meditate and spread loving friendliness to your parents, your relations, your friends. Object is changing. But in this Anapana meditation, or observing the breath, respiration, the object is very smooth and very tiny target is there. When the object is smaller and smaller, it is very difficult to pay attention on that. Then you have to make sure you are keeping your attention on respiration. And if you do not have that much experience in doing this, in Visuddhimagga it explains you to count down, but most of the meditation teachers, they are not appreciating this. But if you really want to pay attention on respiration before, as a beginner, you can practice from count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 likewise, but not more than 10. Like breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3. While it is happening, you practice counting, but do not take it for a long time. Let it happen automatically. Do not count, do not utter any word, because at last your awareness about the respiration goes away and you aware about the word what you are uttering. Then pay attention on the touch of the breath over here. That is the most important thing. Counting or whatever, counting can be helpful for you as you are a beginner, but when you practice continuously, when you become more familiar with this, start doing without counting. Because respiration, observing respiration is very good. When we keep the liberation or that cessation away in your ordinary life, you will get a lot of benefits. When you are working, when you are studying for your studies, it is very important to understand yourself, to understand you, who are you. It's very important for you to practice this, very important. Because just imagine, now when you close your eyes, and I'm also closing eyes and observing my respiration, you also do that. Just imagine 100 people are there in our meditation room. After opening the eyes, after 1 minute, if you ask their experiences, 100 experiences, different. You ask all the 100 meditators to close their eyes again and ask after another 1 minute, earlier experience is not now, it's completely different. Our mind is wandering away. Mind is so colorful, it can go anywhere. You can create anything. The creativity is important for a person who is doing different things, but here we are not going to create anything, we are just going to observe what is happening. And it is developing into a certain level. After observing this respiration, the Vipassana meditator is doing something else, and Samatha meditator, or the person who is trying to go for the absorptions like dhyana, he is continuing something else. It is different, right? And when you try to observe your mind, when you close your eyes and keep paying attention on your breath, mind wanders away. Maybe craving, maybe aversion. Craving, if just imagine it's craving and your mind is finding somebody. you like somebody, you remember that person, that animal or a car, jewelry, whatever, and you remember, again you got to know that your mind wandered away, and bring your mind back to the breath. Again you within 1 minute, few seconds, again your mind wanders away. Then again when you got to know, okay, my mind wanders away with a craving or something, you bring it back to the breath. No worries, no frustrations, just bring it back. When you continue this, you will realize what places, where my mind usually goes. Just imagine, I will give you an example. We take a walking beetle, the insect beetle, and keep on this table. I want this beetle to stay in one place, but it starts walking somewhere. And I catch that beetle and keep it the same place. I want him to stay there, but it walks away. Again and again when you do this, you will realize this beetle wants to go that direction. There is a special direction or few directions it wants to go. Likewise, you can understand what kind of a mind you have, and you can understand where it goes usually, not exactly, usually, angry or attached, loving or hating, what kind of things you love, what kind of things you hate. You can understand, you can recognize your mind. That is also a good benefit for you to select the other meditation method. Now, when you take this example, like in Visuddhimagga, again explains, for the person who is having craving a lot, Asubha Bhavana, Asubha meditation is better for him. And those who are having a lot of hatred, anger, aversion, jealousy, loving friendliness, Metta Bhavana is better for them. Likewise, categories are there. According to the person, the meditation is different, they are recommending. So, when you recognize yourself, it is easy for you to find what kind of a meditation is suitable for me. It is that helps through observing respiration. Observing respiration is just kind of a mirror. It's a kind of a mirror for you to recognize you. Very nice. And this is an exercise for the mind. We know most of the people, especially lay people, they try to do exercise to keep their body strong and beautiful, nice, without being very fat, without being very slim, to keep their muscles, the health properly. You do a lot of exercises and you control your food. You get healthy food, you do exercise to keep your body healthy and nice. And also, do you know, there are exercises for the immunity system, and also there are exercises for the mind. Have you ever thought about the immunity system of your body? Just imagine there is a person who from the childhood he is drinking water after boiling, only after boiled water, very pure food, and you go only taken from the supermarkets, very clean, very nice bed, never drink from a stream or a lake water. And when you take a fruit, even you wash it with salt water, different chemicals, and wash the fruit and eat. That kind of a very smooth life, smooth character will not develop the immunity system in the body. The immunity system is just like army, soldiers, the military. Whenever the terrorists come to our body, the immunity system reacts, they fight with that. From the childhood, if you are not eating from the street sellers, the fruits, or if you are not drinking water from streams, only drinking water after boiling, and only taking food very pure, very clean, the army, that terrorists haven't attacked you for a long time, and your army is so weak, the military system is very weak in your body. When the disease comes, you are not ready to fight. So, I am not asking you to not to have a personal hygiene, but there must be a limit in personal hygiene also, because the street children, they do not get infected very easily because their immunity system is so strong. Likewise, for the immunity system, the germs are the exercise. It must have a limit. When it comes to the mind, have you ever thought of practicing or exercising your mind for your future purposes and future benefits? It is compulsory. You have to have a good exercise for your mind if you want to make your life successful. Then the best meditation method we can recommend is observing the breath, Anapana, to improve your normal day-to-day life. I will explain the benefits you get by doing this respiration, observing this respiration. And for teenagers, for school children, this is very important for you. In one way, you eradicate your impurities. In the other way, you are developing a mind to go to the climaxes of your life in education side or your job, business, and other activities in your life. So, and also, I must tell you, when you observe respiration, never try to investigate unnecessarily the breath. For an example, if you are a scientist, a biologist, a science degree holder, you know the oxygen goes through the nose or the mouth, and this oxygen goes through the trachea and to the lungs. Then in the lungs the oxygen passes to the blood circulatory system. That happens, yes, that's true, maybe, but you don't want to investigate scientifically what is happening in here. This is not a science practice. This is not a research of science. This is just about respiration. You observe. You don't want to think about this, what is happening after going through in the lungs, in the alveoli, what is happening. You don't want to know about that. Just observe. There are two ways of observing. One way is you keep your mind over here. When the air goes through, the air touches this area or the nostrils or inside the nostrils, or else you keep your attention on your keep your mind on your stomach. It comes forward and back with the respiration. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For the beginners, it is easy to keep your mind on your stomach. It is a big object you can feel, but over here it is just like a place of fingertip size, and it is difficult to pay attention. But the best way is observing over here, because naturally it goes in and out. When you don't want to go to the system inside with the breath, and you don't want to go out with the breath, because it's just like this. For an example, there is a security person. He is responsible for the protection of the place, and he is standing at the gate. He is looking at the people who are coming in, but they are not. He is not going with them inside. He is very alert about the people who are going out, and he is not going out with them. He is standing at the gate. His duty is to observe people who are coming in and going out. Can you understand? Then, just like a security, if the security goes in with the people who are coming, the visitors, his duty is not there. He cannot continue that. If the security is going away out of the place with the people who are going out, his duty doesn't happen here. Just like a security guard, you have to pay attention. Keep your mind over here without going into the lungs or out to the environment. Here, breathing in and out. So, at the beginning, you just observe breathing in, breathing out. While you are doing that, step by step you increase the resolution, breathing in and breathing out. Not only breathing in and out, but there is a small gap after breathing in, there is a tiny relax, tiny blank, and then you breathe it out. That you can find in detail, that you can see in detail, just like a U-turn, it goes in, slowly stop and go out in detail likewise. Now, so sato asa sati, sato pasa sati. For a moment you observe it is going in and out. After that, you are aware of this breath, whether it is long or short. Digang va asasanto, digang asasamiti pajanati. Whether it is very long, the breath is long, it is going inside, let it go. It is long. You understand? It is very long, breathing out, exhale, let it go like that. You understand, you recognize that is long, that's all. Digang va asasanto, digang asasamiti pajanati. Digang va pasasanto, digang pasasamiti pajanati. Inhale and exhale, the breath is long and long, going in and out. You just observe. You don't want to make it long. By force, never make it long or short. That is not Anapana meditation. That is something else. There are meditation methods like that, but this is not that. Can you understand? Then, sometimes it may be short. Breathing in, out, in, out. It happens in two ways, two reasons. One, after you run about 50 meters, 100 meters and sit somewhere at once, then your breath is very short and very fast. Sometimes you have to keep your mouth open. You cannot breathe from your nose. Very short, very fast, very short and very fast. But sometimes when you practice meditation for a long time, it is long and long. Step by step it becomes shorter and shorter and subtler, and you will feel that breath is going in a very short way, in a very short time period, and it comes out in a very short time period. Short, it goes and out, in and out, inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out. That also you do not force to make it shorter like this. Now, okay, my meditation is getting advanced now it is not long, short. So imagine you like that, you imagine your meditation is very successful and make it shorter by force. It is not happening. It doesn't give you good benefits. Because of that, let it happen the way it is happening. You recognize, okay, this is the situation now, I have to accept that. I don't want to change it. It will change one day, but I will observe. But it is very difficult to observe at least 5 inhales and exhales. Your mind wanders away. That is the nature of almost all the people, most of them. When you suddenly sit down for meditation, Anapana, you do not stay for 1 hour, half an hour, keeping your attention on meditation or the inhale and exhale for a long time like this. It doesn't happen. You do not expect that. You do not expect that because our mind, not only in this life but also in other lives, you have been practicing craving, aversion, and going to the past, planning the future, going into the past and planning the future. This is happening continuously. So it is very difficult. I know it is very difficult to keep our mind in one place like this, the equal, the balanced equanimity and present situation, not the past or not the future. It is difficult to pay attention. But when you practice this, if you try to do this, there are a lot of benefits in the future you will get. We shall discuss the benefits what you are getting. This observing the breath or paying attention or awareness of respiration erases or deletes unnecessary memories in your mind, which is make an obstacle to take information and recall and retrieve. For an example, there in Western psychology, it explains short-term memory and long-term memory. the short term, this is in Western psychology, not in Buddhism. In short term memory, it keeps the memory or the information for a short time, which is taken from the eyes, ears, nose, taste like tongue or touch. This information is there, but it does not last long. It will stay for a short period, but when you keep concentrated in one object, one thing, one information about in this short term memory, it will go to the long term memory to stay for a long time in our mind. Our brain is a storage of memories, information, but the mind is happening in the heart. According to Supreme Buddha's teaching, the brain is full of memories, information like sanya skandha. So, if you are a student who is studying for examination, for education, when your short term memory is full of unnecessary data, it is so difficult to take new information to your mind to store it in the long term memory, because in the middle it is blocked. And also when you face the examination, if your short term memory is full of unnecessary data, you cannot take information from past to the from the long term memory to write in the exam paper. It's just like input and output device is blocked by something, and your wires are blocked. Awareness of respiration is a very good method, very good meditation, very good way of washing out and cleaning your short term memory for a moment to absorb all the information and learn well to store them in the long term memory. And also this awareness of respiration is helping you to retrieve, take all the memory when you are doing the examination, take all this memory out to write in the paper. That is a very good benefit most of the students get by practicing this meditation. I am not explaining these simple benefits without explaining this liberation. That liberation, it automatically happens, but as I explained earlier, the benefits of loving friendliness, there were a lot of good benefits, good things for the normal life. Sukhang supati sukhang patipujjati, likewise you sleep well, you wake well, and no watching nightmares, you become beautiful in your facial appearance. Manussanam piyo hoti, amanussanam piyo hoti, you will become a pleasant person for human beings and non-human also. Likewise, benefits are there. That is not liberation, that is something else. Liberation is the destination. When you are going to the destination, you have a lot of benefits on the way. Anapana also, you are having a lot of benefits to your normal life when you practice. We are not just expecting those benefits, but it happens automatically, you get those. When you spend half an hour to observe respiration, you will get hours and hours good results. When you are saving lot of time for in your day to make the day successful and productive, while spending few minutes, at least half an hour, for your meditation, observing the breath. For the teachers, for teaching, before you teach, for the students, before you study, if you observe the breath in and out for few minutes, that will give you a lot of benefits, and you will become a very good successful student, successful teacher when you do this. Just try, just give it a try and see. But all of a sudden it doesn't happen, it takes time, step by step, slowly it happens, and not at once, but it gives you a lot of benefits. When we practice this, after sitting down, when you observe breath, sometimes you will feel the air goes through your right nostril, left one is blocked. Doesn't matter, don't worry about that. Sometimes you will feel that air goes through the left one, but the right one is blocked. It doesn't matter, let it happen like that. And also make sure when you close your eyes, look far away and close your eyes, because when you pay attention to your nostrils over here, automatically our eyeball, the black eyeball, turns towards the nose like this. And when you close your eyes and keeping the eyeballs together, within few minutes you will get headache. Practically it happens when you start as a beginner. So make sure you are keeping your eyeballs looking forward, far away, and close them. After closing you cannot see anything, I know, but keep them like that as it is. But because if they comes over here towards the nose, to the middle, within few minutes you will get a headache. So it's difficult for you to continue meditation. When you practice this, again, I told you earlier, when you practice Anapana, automatically Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana, all four Sattara Satipatthana, four insight meditation like Vipassana happens within 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Your body will start paining. That pain is a gift for you. Then you observe the pain. Sometimes your mind will go somewhere else. Then Chittanupassana, you can think about your mind, where did it go, why that mind goes there, here and there. So you don't worry about that, automatically it happens, but you bring your mind to the respiration again. Likewise, you will observe these things. Another problem you face when you practice this meditation, drowsiness. You feel sleepy. Awareness of respiration is merits, a good deed, gives you good results. So, but drowsiness usually comes with Thina Middha. Thina Middha, drowsiness or sleepiness, usually comes with bad mind, lobha, dvesha, or else craving and aversion. Usually Thina Middha will never come with kusala chitta, like good thoughts. It comes with always with bad thoughts, lobha chitta or dvesa chitta, craving and aversion. Then how it comes when you observe breath? A question. When you read a book about Buddhism, when you listen to Dhamma, you feel sleepy. Then how does it happen? It happens like this. Though it is a good action, good activity, gives you merits, of course, yes, but your body, your mind is not practiced to do this. In your previous lives also, you maybe you are spending a long time in this samsara. For a long time we have been born again, dying, born again and dying. We have never practiced this for sure. And today in this human life, you got this Buddha Sasana, this noble doctrine. We met actually Supreme Buddha's teaching, and for our goodness we made this and we practice, but our mind is not used to this. Then what happens? Observing the breath, or else reading the Buddhism book, or listening to the Dhamma discussion, Dhamma talk, you feel bored about this, boring. With this feeling, oh, this is enough, I feel I am fed up with listening this, or I am fed up with observing breath, I am fed up with reading this Dhamma book, then automatically you do not realize, but the mind becomes step by step ignoring this, refusing, repealing. Then anger comes. That anger, you don't feel like anger, but that anger comes with thena middha to make you drowsy and let you sleep down. Within few minutes he is sleeping. So when you feel sleepy, when you feel drowsy while you are meditating, do not be shy to stand up. If you of your friends are meditating with you, or when you are doing meditation in a room with lot of meditators, in a meditation room or in a monastery or temple somewhere else, when you are practicing this meditation, whatever the meditation is, do not be shy to stand up and stay a little and sit down. Open your eyes if you really want, without disturbing others. If you are practicing as a group meditation, go outside and walk a little out, here and there, and come back and sit down. Do not let the drowsy defeat you. You have to win. Then you practice again, observing breath. Likewise, you can do it. And another problem you face is finding time to practice this. I know lay people, householders, you are very busy with different types of activities in your life. So it is very difficult to find a few minutes to practice meditation. And also in Sri Lanka, most of the Buddhist people, they do it as a ritual, worshipping, chanting. That is good, offering food, alms, and reading stanzas. But when we compare these religious activities with each other, meditation is the best method of controlling your mind and eradicating the impurities in our mind. Offering food, alms, and worshipping Supreme Buddha, Sangha, that also good. Listening to the Dhamma discussions is very good. And while listening also, in previous days while Buddha was alive, most of the people, they became liberated, they found wisdom, of course, yes, and reading the books, Tripitaka books, very good. But when you compare those activities, your mind can be observed very well when you do meditation practically. Because of that, it is most of the other Western countries, they try to find the spirit of this religion. Most of them, they know Buddhism is having something very special, and in Western psychology also they have taken lot of information, and most of the people in the world, they are using this method without giving the name Buddhism, but breathing exercise, positive thinking. Likewise, they use these methods. They have come to a certain standard while practicing these. But in Sri Lanka, like countries, we are stuck into a frame. We stick into that without doing these practical things. I recommend, it is okay, you light oil lamps, that is good, offer flowers, that is also good, chant or read stanzas, Buddhist paritta, that is also good, and you listen to Dhamma, read books, that is better than the others. But the best one is meditation. There are different types of meditations. What we are explaining today is Annapurna, awareness of respiration, but you can practice loving friendliness, you can practice Buddhanusati, the qualities of Supreme Buddha, you can practice Asubha, the things what we have, our body is made of, Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, likewise the hair, fur, skin, teeth, nails likewise, the things what you're having in your body, the reality of your body. And also you can practice Marananusati, one day we will die. The people who we are loving, they will die one day. And this life is not actually long lasting, it's not forever. One day we all have to die, and you understand that. That is also a kind of a meditation. There are a lot of meditation methods. Different meditation methods give you different benefits. So then when you practice those things, you can have a very successful life at the end, because very rarely we get this human life. 𝗬𝒐𝒂𝒔𝒕 𝒤𝒂𝒂 𝗬𝒐𝒅𝒕 𝒤𝒂𝒂. This human life is very rare. We got it, so then we don't feel that how valuable is it. As most of the usually Buddhist people, they know we have to die again and we are born again. So we are not managing, we are not planning next life. So if we do not become fully liberated, we have to born again. If we are born again, where do we born? If you become an animal in like dog or a monkey or a cat, will you be able to practice this in your next life? So then you have to manage your life, and also you have to manage life after. For that also, practicing these meditation methods will help you a lot, because these meditation methods make you used to do this always, and when you are dying, if you practice Vedananupasana properly after practicing Anapana, Vedananupasana means you understand, you feel the pain and all the senses, all the feelings about your body. And when you sit for a long time, you will get a lot of pains in your knees and the back, and you, without changing the posture, you observe those things. It's so difficult, Vedananupasana. But when you practice that, then only you will be able to face your death and the pain of your death. Otherwise, you will plan, okay, I will face my death, no problem. When I am dying, I will remember, I will recall something, what I did, good deeds. I offered flowers, okay, I will remember I was offering flowers. Okay, I will remember I was offering these clothes to somebody. I will remember this. I read this book, Buddhism. I remember the statue of Supreme Buddha. You will think like that, but with the pain of your death, it is so difficult to keep our mind in a good place, to plan to go to a good place in the next life. Very difficult. Possibility is very low. For the meditator, if you practice meditation a lot with the pain, Vedananupasana, then you have practiced again and again and again to observe the pain. For an example, when you sit for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, it is a big. There will be big pain for a new meditator. What you do is you observe this pain and do not think that is yours. My leg is paining, but this pain or this is not mine. Just like this, somebody is sitting at the bank of the river and observing the way the water is flowing. Water flows, different angles, different ways. If the water is flowing, I am just observing, no problem. I don't feel any, whether the water is flowing fast, I don't care. Whether the water is flowing slowly, I don't care. I just observe. Likewise, if you are able to observe your own pain without taking it as yours, it's a very big strength for you to face the problems also. Otherwise, when somebody scolds me, I will bear that. I don't scold back. You will say like that, but when the anger comes, automatically you don't know. You have used most of the bad words and scolded him. Sometimes you will hit, you will fight. Controlling the mind is so difficult. It is easy to advise somebody else, but when it the problem comes to you, it is difficult to face the problem. That's why I explained about that exercising the mind as meditation. When anxiety or something, stress, likewise that psychological problem comes to your mind, if you have the experience of meditation, you will face properly, otherwise you will become a mentally ill person. There are different experiences in our life we have to face. To face those problems, meditation gives you the strength. Just take that strength. It doesn't happen at once, suddenly. It takes time, step by step, little by little. Just observing the respiration. It's a gift for you. Just after you born, it starts. But how many breaths in and out happened, but you did not realize, you did not observe? How many times that air will go in and out again and again in your through your nostrils, but you will not observe in the future. But take few minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, just to observe that. That's all you have to do. Then you will say, okay, Bhante, what is this very easy task? I will do definitely, no problem, I will observe my breath. No, just do it and see, and tell me whether it is easy or difficult to observe. I will ask a question like this. Can you look at one object for a long time? Can you listen to one sound for a long time? Just like this flower in front of me, for a long time. You will say yes for this kind of an object, shall I tell you? You can have a look, you can pay attention in one object like a mobile phone, because it is changing the pictures again and again. You can look at the television for a long time, because it is changing again and again. But you cannot look for a long time an object which is not changing. The same thing, the mind becomes boring. The same sound, it is boring. The same thing happens to your mind when you observe this. It is not easy. Your mind is going away, wandering. Even you do not know that. Without telling you, the mind has gone somewhere else. Practice this again and again. No frustrations, no problem. That is the usual way, but you have to take your mind back. Do it again and again. But the posture is very important. Sit properly, keep your body straight, and observe. And see what kind of benefit you get. Just before your examination, before you get the exam paper, if you observe 5-6 breaths in and out and start the examination, your short-term memory is empty. Now your long-term memory is ready to take all these things out. You will write the answers better than normal way. So use this, and step by step, while you are having these benefits in your normal life, step by step you are going towards the liberation. It happens automatically. Nobody can stop you. It happens. So I would like to invite you to start this today on this ʍ day and make it as a habit, doing meditation in your life. Keep a small space in your daily routine to sit down and observe your own inhale and exhale, your breath in and out, and take the results. And finally, we all will find the wisdom. We all will eradicate our impurities, and one day we can be happy forever in this Nibbana, what Supreme Buddha explained us. So hope you learned a lot about this, and I hope you will practice this and get benefits. Till we meet again in another day, I wish you all the best for your meditation, and I wish you, may Buddha bless you, and may the Triple Gem bless you. See you again another day.